Bend the knee.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Don Woolley back again here at the area to talk to you about what a nut job. Lysa Arryn. Man, oh man, this one is going to be a doozy. So, Lysa Arryn is the sister of Catelyn Stark. Somebody who, as you know, I'm not a big fan of. She is the mother of Sweet Robert Arryn, wife of Jon Arryn, former Hand of the King, who was basically murdered at the beginning of Game of Thrones, who she poisoned under the direction of Peter Littlefinger Baelish. Lysa is one of the more eccentric characters in this series, played by Kate Dickie, brilliantly, I might add. You know, I got the feeling that she was definitely out of her mind. Now, the first time we actually meet Lysa is when Catelyn shows up with Tyrion, demanding that, you know, they put him on trial. And, you know, it's one thing to have that scene described in the books, but to see it on TV with her holding Robin in their, you know, kind of makeshift weirwood throne. I'm not sure if it's weirwood, but you know, whatever kind of wood that throne was. And I'm like, the kid has got to be like 8, maybe 10 years old or more, and still breastfeeding. The shock on my face when I saw that. You know, she's in love with Peter Baelish and has been since he was, I'm guessing, you know, preteen, maybe teenager, and has no idea that Peter Baelish, you know, doesn't love her in the same manner. Well, she kind of does, you know, she knows that he's always wanted Catelyn, but, just has absolutely no idea that Pete really kind of despises her, you know. And when Sansa is brought to the Eyrie, you know, in order to hide her from the Lannisters, we really get to see her kind of, like, how off-kilter she actually can be. And it's fascinating, you know, especially, like I said, reading it in the books versus seeing it in the show. It kind of brings the experience to life. And to see her go from, you know, this sweet, hey, you know, I'm glad to have you here. This is lovely, you know, we're family. What have you been letting Peter do with your body? Like, whoa, slow down, please. Slow down. Then when she's threatening to throw Sansa out the moon door, wow. Listen, you know, while I may not have the animus towards her that I had toward Catelyn Stark, she's definitely not one of the characters who I look to and say, wow, I admire her. You know, she was somebody who obviously was unhinged from an early age. And I think one of the reasons why is because she was pregnant by Peter Baelish, and her father forced her to drink moon tea, which basically made her have an abortion. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think she was able to have another child for a while. And, you know, then when Robert's Rebellion broke out and they needed to form up alliances, Catelyn was promised to Ned after the death of his father and brother, and then Lysa was promised to Jon Arryn, who was probably near the same age as her father. So, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, you can't win for losing with her. Oh man. There's not much more I can say about her. Sorry for all the laughs, but geez, she is crazy. And if I didn't mention, Lysa Arryn was crazy. Rest in peace. Man, can't say I was sad to see her go. Anyway, you already know the deal. Rate, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends, come back for more. That's been my time. Don Willie, and I'm out.